Hello, beautiful soul. Let's imagine this for a moment. You're having a lovely morning, feeling good about the day ahead. Then someone says something that just cuts right through your heart. Or maybe you're stuck in traffic, running late and feeling that familiar stress building up inside. After all the years you've lived and the wisdom you've gained, does one small thing like this ever seem to knock you completely off balance? If you're nodding along, you are in exactly the right place today. Over the next few minutes, we will explore something wonderful that will reward you richly. Listen to this. You have so much more power over your peace and happiness than you might realize. Today, we're exploring 8 gentle steps that can help you stay calm, confident, and centered, no matter what life brings your way. These aren't complicated techniques. They're simple, beautiful practices that can transform how you experience each day. This includes a wide range of situations, like whether you're dealing with difficult family dynamics, health concerns, or simply the daily challenges that come with this stage of your life. So get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey together. The first step to finding lasting peace is understanding something truly liberating. You can't control what happens around you, but you have complete control over how you respond. Think about it this way. When someone cuts you off in traffic, it's not really their driving that upsets you. It's the story you tell yourself about it. This is what goes through your mind. They're so rude, or they don't respect anyone. But what if you chose a different story? Maybe they're rushing to the hospital, or we all make mistakes sometimes. Your thoughts shape your feelings more than the actual events. This is such good news because it means you're holding the key to your emotional freedom. At this point in your life, experience has likely taught you that you're a great teacher to yourself. The next time something bothers you, let's try this simple practice. Pause for just a moment. Take a gentle breath. Then ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? Practicing this tiny act of awareness creates a beautiful space between you and your emotions. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Those moments when you react really strongly to something, there's usually more happening beneath the surface than meets the eye. Sometimes criticism stings extra hard because it touches on an old insecurity you've carried buried somewhere deep inside you for a long time. Or maybe rejection hurts deeply because it reminds you of times you felt left out or unloved. These hidden feelings don't make you weak. They simply indicate that you are human. And here's the beautiful part. When you shine a gentle light on them, they lose their power over you. Let's try keeping what we might call a discovery journal. When something really bothers you, write it down. Describe how it feels. Maybe rate it from 1 to 10. Then ask yourself, what old fear or hurt might this be touching? After decades of living, you've probably noticed patterns in what upsets you most. This isn't about dwelling on your past. It's about understanding yourself with compassion so you can respond from a place of wisdom instead of old wounds. Here's another powerful technique. The good thing is that it's so simple you can start using it today. Between every challenging moment and your response, there's a precious space. In that space lies your power to choose. Let's call this the 3-second pause, and it can change everything for you. When you're feeling triggered or upset, just stop. Take 3 slow, calming breaths. Then ask yourself, what's really happening here? How do I want to respond? This transforms you from someone who reacts automatically to someone who responds thoughtfully. It's like the difference between being pushed around by strong winds and standing as steady as a majestic old tree. Let's look at an example. You've gone through some trouble to prepare a special meal expecting to have your adult child over, but he or she calls to cancel those dinner plans at the last minute. Your first reaction might be anger or hurt, but with the 3-second pause, you might realize they're juggling work and family pressures. You could respond with understanding instead of frustration. This gentle pause gives you back your power. You're no longer controlled by your emotions. You're in charge of them. Sure, you feel disappointed. It's only human to do so. But instead of immediately plunging into a blame game or a bitter argument, after your 3-second pause, You will have the presence of mind to calmly express your disappointment and offer empathy. This may even cause your son or daughter to open up about whatever frustrations are behind the cancellation. This can further strengthen the bond between the two of you. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are one of the most loving gifts you can give to yourself and others. They're not walls that keep people out. They're beautiful guidelines that help protect your energy and well-being. Without boundaries, you might find yourself saying yes when you really want to say no. You might let others drain your energy or treat you in ways that don't feel good. This is especially important as you get older and your energy becomes more precious. Think of boundaries like a garden fence. It doesn't keep out all the beauty. The sunshine still gets in. The birds still visit. But it protects what's precious to you from being trampled. Creating healthy boundaries has 3 gentle steps. First, know your limits. What feels good to you and what doesn't. Then communicate kindly but clearly. Use statements like "I need quiet time" or "I feel better" when you speak respectfully. Finally, maintain your boundaries with gentle consistency. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but you're teaching people how to love and respect you. It may be grandchildren who visit too often and raid your fridge, or it could be friends who call at inconvenient times. Lovingly making it clear what behaviors are not acceptable will serve you and those around you well. Okay, now let's look at another area that's important for maintaining our daily peace. Now, nobody likes criticism, but what if it could become one of your greatest teachers? When someone offers you feedback that isn't glowing, you have a choice. You can let it devastate you, or you can use it as a stepping stone to become even better. The secret is responding with curiosity instead of defensiveness. When someone gives you negative feedback, let's take a gentle breath first. Then try to separate the helpful facts from their opinions or the way they delivered the message. Ask yourself, is there any truth here that could help me grow? Sometimes the criticism that stings you the most points to your greatest opportunities for growth. After years of experience, you know that feedback often says more about the person giving it than about you. When you handle criticism with grace and openness, your emotional strength builds. You become someone who can learn from any situation, and that's a beautiful way to live. Moving on, let's talk about forgiveness. Holding on to anger, hurt, or resentment is like carrying heavy stones in your heart. They weigh you down and keep you tied to painful moments from your past. Perhaps you ruminate on old hurts from decades ago or recent disappointments with family or friends. Letting go doesn't mean what someone did was okay. It doesn't mean you have to be friends with people who hurt you. Letting go is a gift you give to yourself. It's choosing freedom over being stuck. Here's a gentle practice that can help you. When you're ready to release something that's been weighing you down, find a quiet moment. Acknowledge what you're feeling. Say to yourself, "I've been carrying this anger or this hurt has been with me for so long." Then visualize opening your hands and letting it go, like releasing a heavy stone into a flowing river. Feel the lightness that comes when you're no longer carrying that weight. This creates a beautiful space in your heart for peace, joy, and all the good things waiting to come into your life. At this stage of your life, you deserve to feel light and free. Okay, let's now look at something that's sweet and light from start to finish. Gratitude is like sunshine for your soul. When you're feeling overwhelmed, upset, or stuck in worry, let's try what we might call a gratitude reset. Stop what you're doing and take a moment to notice what you have to be grateful for. It doesn't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your morning coffee, a call from a grandchild, or simply the fact that you have a comfortable home, or perhaps the beautiful memories you've created over the years. Even in difficult moments, there's always something. Let's find 3 things you can be grateful for and really feel the appreciation in your heart. This doesn't dismiss your problems or pretend everything is perfect. Just helps you see the full picture instead of focusing only on what's wrong. Regular gratitude practice is like exercise for your happiness. The more you do it, the stronger your ability to find joy becomes. You've lived long enough to know that happiness comes from appreciating what you have. When you consistently choose thoughtful responses over quick reactions, something magical happens. You start to build unshakable confidence and inner peace. And finally, let's talk about authenticity. Living as your authentic self means being true to who you are even when it's challenging. It means making choices that align with your values, not just what others expect. After years of perhaps putting others first, this is your time to honor who you truly are. This doesn't mean being selfish or inconsiderate. It means knowing yourself so well that external circumstances can't easily knock you off balance. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you create a strong, peaceful foundation for your life. Let's stop trying to be perfect for everyone else and start being perfectly authentic. This authenticity is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are genuinely themselves. Your relationships become deeper and more meaningful when you show up as who you truly are. And this is true whether it's with longtime friends or new connections you make in this chapter of your life. We've covered 8 wonderful steps together today. Remember, you don't have to master all of these at once. Choose one that feels right and start there. Maybe it's the 3-second pause that caught your attention. Or perhaps you're ready to start a gratitude practice. Small steps taken consistently create beautiful, lasting changes. Peace is power, and everything you need is already within you. Every time you pause instead of reacting, every boundary you set with love, every moment of gratitude you choose, you're building a life of greater calm and happiness. Your journey to inner peace isn't about perfection. It's about progress, self-compassion, and the courage to keep growing. At any age, in any season of your life, you have the strength to create the peaceful, joyful life you deserve. You've weathered many storms and learned so much along the way. The only question is, which step will you try today? Remember, you're worthy of peace, capable of growth, and more powerful than you know. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and protect that beautiful peace within you. Now that you know how to keep your cool, the next video will reveal 5 harsh truths you need to accept and how they can actually lead you to a happier, more fulfilling life.